Gentlemen, let's be honest because no one else will. Have you felt different in your own skin lately? That morning exhaustion that lingers, the strength, staying power, and self-assurance you once had under the sheets now fading. You try to shrug it off, saying it's just age, but deep down, you know something's wrong. That spark is dulling, intimacy with your partner feels forced, and the face in your mirror seems like a stranger. I've seen this story thousands of times. After 3 decades as a urologist helping men over 60 reignite their vigor, I can confirm these aren't normal signs of aging. Soft erections, constant fatigue, tingling limbs, even that quiet anger about feeling past your prime. These are your body's distress calls. But listen closely. Your story isn't over. Your body is simply starving for the right nourishment to come roaring back, and it begins with what you consume when you wake up, not with medications or empty promises. In today's video, I'll show you 5 powerful morning foods that aren't just healthy. They're circulation boosters, hormone balancers, and muscle restorers. Foods that can naturally bring blood flow back where it counts, strengthen the pelvic floor, and bring confidence back into your life without the side effects of medication. Stay with me to the very end because I'll reveal one food combination that's helping men feel noticeable improvements in less than a week. I'm Dr. Laura, and this message is for every man who refuses to let age define his strength. Let's get started. 1. Whole eggs, nature's circulation starter. Let's begin where most men begin their day, or at least where they should. Breakfast. Now, I've seen hundreds of older men sit across from me in my clinic, shoulders slumped, eyes tired, not just from age but from disappointment. They whisper things like, "I don't wake up the way I used to." Morning wood?
Gone.
Energy before noon? Forget it. They think it's just age, but I ask one simple question. What are you eating in the morning? Most shrug, just coffee, maybe toast. That right there is the root of the problem because your body, especially the blood vessels and muscles in your pelvic floor, is begging for repair the moment you wake up. And if you're skipping that critical window, you're missing the most powerful moment to restore what time has taken. Enter whole eggs, not just the white, the whole egg with the golden yolk intact.
Why?
Because that yolk contains the exact nutrients your body craves to restore circulation where it matters most. Vitamin D, critical for testosterone production and erectile strength, B12 and choline, which boost nerve signaling to the groin and pelvis, and leucine, an amino acid that directly supports pelvic muscle repair, which plays a key role in erection firmness and urinary control. And here's what most men don't realize. The pelvic floor is a muscle, just like your biceps or chest. It needs fuel, stimulation, and recovery. Without it, circulation weakens, sensation fades, and confidence starts to disappear. Let me tell you about Richard, one of my patients. He was 67 and hadn't had morning wood in over 2 years. He was convinced something inside him was just broken. I told him to start eating 2 whole-boiled eggs each morning, nothing fancy. For weeks later, he left me a voicemail that still gives me chills. "Dr. Laura, it happened. I woke up like I was 40 again." That's not magic. That's nutrition. That's giving your body the right information at the right time. So tomorrow morning, ask yourself this. Am I feeding the part of me I want to restore? Because 2 whole eggs, eaten warm, mindfully, with intention, might just be the best investment you make in your manhood. 2. Oats with chia seeds, the artery cleanser that fuels erection strength. Now, let's talk about a breakfast that doesn't just fill your stomach. It cleans your arteries, restores circulation, and gets oxygen-rich blood flowing back to your groin where it belongs. Men over 60 often complain about feeling heavy in the legs, numb below the waist, or lacking that spark when it's time to be intimate. And one of the biggest culprits? Sluggish blood vessels. So here's the question I ask every man in my clinic. What do you eat to keep your arteries clean? Most pause. They've never thought about it that way. But let me tell you something powerful. Oats with chia seeds. Yes, something as humble as that can become your secret weapon for sexual energy, strength, and vascular clarity. Let me explain why. Oats are packed with beta-glucan, a type of soluble fiber that does more than just lower cholesterol. It actually binds to fat and toxins in your blood vessels, helping remove buildup that slows down circulation. This means more oxygen, more nutrients, and yes, more blood reaching the penis. Now, combine those oats with chia seeds, and something incredible happens. Chia is rich in omega-3s, known to improve endothelial function. That's the lining of your arteries, which makes blood flow smoother and stronger. Magnesium, essential for relaxing blood vessels and helping nerves fire correctly during arousal, and potassium, which supports blood pressure and fluid balance, so you don't feel heavy or sluggish. I remember a man named Henry, a retired truck driver, 71 years old. He hadn't had a firm erection in months. His legs felt like lead. He was depressed and afraid to even talk to his wife about intimacy. I told him, let's rebuild your foundation. He swapped out his sugary cereal for a warm bowl of oats, added a tablespoon of chia, a handful of blueberries, and a pinch of cinnamon. Within 2 weeks, he said his legs felt lighter. By week 4, he told me, "Doc, I feel things coming alive again, not just my legs, but down there." That's not a gimmick. That's blood flow restoration through food. Here's the truth. Your penis is a vascular organ. If your blood vessels are clogged or constricted, no pill in the world will help. But if you give your arteries what they need to heal, fiber, antioxidants, healthy fats, you'll feel it where it counts. So tomorrow morning, make that bowl. Stir it slow, eat it warm, and give your circulation the love and repair it deserves. 3. Watermelon, the bedroom fruit that opens up more than just taste buds. Now, let's talk about a fruit that most men overlook because they think it's just a refreshing snack on a hot day. But what if I told you that watermelon is doing something far more important than cooling you down? It's reawakening blood flow, especially in the area most men think is gone for good. You see, inside every juicy bite of watermelon is an amino acid called L-citrulline, and this little molecule is a game changer for men over 60. Here's why. L-citrulline gets converted into L-arginine, which then stimulates nitric oxide production in your blood vessels. Nitric oxide is the very same compound that helps your blood vessels relax and expand, allowing more blood to flow into your penis. Yes, you heard that right. Watermelon works on the same biological pathway as Viagra, but naturally. But there's a catch. Most men throw away the best part, the white rind. That's where the highest concentration of L-citrulline lives. If you're serious about reclaiming your performance, blend the rind into your morning smoothie or chew through it slowly after eating the red flesh. It's not as sweet, but trust me, your body knows exactly what to do with it. I'll never forget Bill, a retired Navy man in his late 60s. When I first told him to start eating watermelon in the morning, rind and all, he laughed out loud. "Doc," he said, "that's dessert, not medicine." But 2 weeks in, he called me back. "Laura," he said, "I don't know if it's the fruit or just me, but I'm waking up like it's 1985 again." We laughed, but I knew exactly what he was experiencing: restored blood flow, healthy pelvic pressure, and confidence that comes from within, not from a pill. Now, if you really want to supercharge this effect, try pairing your watermelon with a glass of warm water and lemon first thing in the morning. It hydrates your system, kickstarts metabolism, and primes your blood vessels for the nitric oxide boost. And remember, don't eat this on top of bacon or greasy sausage. Those high-fat, high-sodium breakfasts will undo every benefit in a single meal. Instead, eat your watermelon early, on an empty stomach, or as part of your morning stack with oats and chia. You'll feel your energy rising, not just mentally, but where it matters most. 4. Steamed sweet potato with Celtic salt, the circulation stabilizer. Gentlemen, this one might surprise you. When I tell patients to start their day with half a steamed sweet potato, their eyebrows go up. Sweet potatoes, Dr. Laura? Isn't that for Thanksgiving? But here's the truth. This humble root is one of the most powerful morning stabilizers for blood pressure, energy, and yes, sexual performance. As men age, your body wakes up dehydrated, mineral depleted, and with tight, less elastic blood vessels. That tightness, especially in your lower body, leads to sluggish blood flow, numbness, leg fatigue, and weak erections. Sweet potatoes solve this in 3 powerful ways. Complex carbs. Unlike sugary cereals or toast, sweet potatoes provide slow-burning energy that won't spike your blood sugar. That means more sustained energy and better blood vessel tone throughout the day, especially in the groin and thighs. Potassium and magnesium. These minerals help your blood vessels relax and stay open. They prevent stiffness in the very arteries that feed blood into your pelvic region. Beta-carotene and fiber. Beta-carotene supports tissue repair, and fiber improves gut health, which in turn balances hormones related to testosterone production. Now here's the upgrade. Sprinkle a pinch of Celtic sea salt on top. Why Celtic salt? Because it's not stripped like table salt. It's loaded with over 80 trace minerals that help regulate nerve function, muscle contractions, and hydration. This is critical for men over 60, especially those who wake up with heavy legs, groin pressure, or weak pelvic control. One of my patients, Thomas, age 70, told me he started every day feeling stiff and numb below the belt. After just 4 days of adding half a sweet potato with a glass of warm lemon water and a pinch of Celtic salt, he said something changed. "Doc, I can stand up faster. I'm not grabbing for the edge of the bed, and I'm not afraid to go for a walk with my wife anymore." That's the power of simple, smart food synergy. It's not flashy, but it stabilizes circulation, hydrates your muscles, and restores electrical balance in your nerves. And that balance shows up everywhere, especially in your most private moments. 5. Beets, the forgotten rocket fuel for male vitality. Yes, beets, that deep red root your grandmother used to boil, might just be the missing link in your fight against poor circulation and weak erections. Here's why. Beets are nature's nitric oxide boosters. When you eat beets, especially in the morning on an empty stomach, your body converts their natural nitrates into nitric oxide, the same molecule responsible for opening blood vessels, increasing blood flow to the groin, enhancing sensitivity and responsiveness during intimacy, and lowering blood pressure gently but effectively. And unlike medications that force the process, beets support what your body was designed to do safely, naturally, and consistently. Here's what makes them so effective for men over 60. Betalains. These antioxidants help repair damaged blood vessels and fight inflammation, 2 major culprits behind declining erectile strength. Folate and manganese, vital for hormone balance and testicular health. Iron and potassium, improve blood quality and hydration, essential for maintaining blood pressure and stamina. I recommend starting your morning with either half a cup of steamed or roasted beets, 1 glass of fresh beet juice if your stomach can handle raw juice, or, for best results, blend a piece of beetroot with watermelon rind. Remember that L-citrulline we talked about earlier, for a double dose of circulation support. Let me share a quick story. One of my patients, Marco, 66, came in complaining that nothing felt alive down there anymore. He was healthy, ate clean, exercised, but the spark just wasn't there. We added a small morning beet juice routine, blended with lemon and celery, and within 10 days he told me, "Doc, I'm waking up harder than I have in years, and my confidence is through the roof." That's not magic. That's oxygen-rich blood finally reaching where it's supposed to go. You now have 5 powerful morning foods that are clinically proven, nutritionally sound, and specifically tailored for men over 60 who want to restore their strength, circulation, and sexual health. Whole eggs, rebuild pelvic muscle, balance hormones. Oats plus chia seeds, clean arteries, reduce inflammation. Watermelon with rind, increase nitric oxide, revive responsiveness. Steamed sweet potato plus Celtic salt, stabilize morning energy, mineral balance. Beets, rocket fuel for blood flow and natural erections. Each of these is a tool not just to survive aging but to thrive in it. But knowledge without action changes nothing. That's why, in the final part of this video, I'll walk you through exactly what to do tomorrow morning to turn this information into daily results you can feel in your energy, your stride, and your intimacy. Because what happens in the first 60 minutes of your morning echoes for the next 24 hours of your life. Action plan. If you've made it this far, that tells me one thing. You're serious about taking your health, your circulation, and your manhood back into your own hands. And I applaud you for that. But information is only potential. Implementation is transformation. Here's exactly what you need to do starting tomorrow morning to feel stronger where it matters and to rebuild the fire that aging has tried to dim. Step 1. Within 30 minutes of waking, pick one of the 5 foods and commit to it. Don't overthink it. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. In a rush? Boil 2 whole eggs the night before and sprinkle with a pinch of sea salt. Have 10 minutes? Warm up a bowl of oats with chia seeds, cinnamon, and berries. Prefer a light start? Blend a slice of watermelon rind with beetroot and lemon for a nitric oxide booster. Craving something grounding? Steam half a sweet potato, drizzle with olive oil, and top with Celtic salt. Fuel your blood vessels, prime your performance, set your tone for the day. Step 2. Hydrate with purpose. No coffee first thing, not yet. Your body needs water to transport nutrients and open blood flow. Start your morning with this quick tonic. 8 ounces of warm water, juice of half a lemon, a pinch of Celtic salt, optional. Add a dash of apple cider vinegar. This will hydrate your cells, boost your metabolism, and wake up your arteries, especially the ones most men forget about until it's too late. Step 3. Move gently, but intentionally. Do 5 minutes of pelvic floor activation. Gentle hip circles, leg raises while seated, glute squeezes, even while brushing your teeth. These subtle movements direct blood flow to your lower body and help retrain the pelvic muscles responsible for erectile strength, bladder control, and stamina. It's not about doing a full workout. It's about sending a signal. We're still here, we still care. Step 4. Tune into your body. Ask yourself one powerful question each morning. What do I need today to feel like the man I know I still am? Maybe it's food, maybe it's connection, maybe it's rest, or maybe it's just reminding yourself that your best days aren't behind you. Write it down if you need to, because intention is the spark that becomes action.
This is not the end, gentlemen.
Listen closely. The most dangerous thing we lose as we age isn't testosterone. It's belief that we're still strong, still vital, still men. But let me remind you, if you can cook an egg, stir oats, slice watermelon, or steam a potato, you have everything it takes to take control. Your morning meal isn't just food. It's your first act of reclaiming power. Don't wait for disaster. Don't wait for prescriptions. Your revival begins at breakfast tomorrow. And if you're serious about boosting blood flow, reviving natural testosterone, and guarding your prostate health, hit subscribe and tap that notification bell. Drop a comment right now. What's going on your plate tomorrow? What change are you fighting for? Let's create a brotherhood of men who won't fade quietly, men who greet each dawn with energy, confidence, and that old familiar fire. This is Dr. Laura, signing off. But remember, your strength hasn't disappeared. It's just been waiting for you to show up. See you in the next video.